The Bliss Business Podcast, the show about empathy, connection, and consciousness in business. Today's episode is brought to you by Zero Company, your paid search, social media, and programmatic ad experts.
Welcome back to the show. This is our Scaling with Purpose series. These are 10-minute episodes helping you embed purpose in your business to guide growth and create impact. I'm Steven Skash, joined as always by Tulio Siragusa. Hey, Tulio.
Hey, looking forward to today's topic. Very much interested in this topic, big time.
Yes. So today we're diving into the topic of personal purpose and its role in business. So we're going to explore how an understanding of an individual purpose can fuel an organization's overall purpose and what this alignment means in a purpose-driven company. Tulio, get us started.
Well, this topic is super fascinating because we often think of purpose as this big organizational concept when it's actually and very deeply personal. So, in fact, when people feel personally connected to their own personal purpose, they will bring more energy, more commitment, more creativity to their work. And when that personal purpose aligns with the organizational purpose, that's when you create powerful synergy, or what I would call magic. So this is interesting, and you can purposefully align these things with the personal purposes too. So this is a very interesting topic. I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do it in 10 minutes, Tulio. We're going to have to.
That might have to be a full show.
But we'll try. So in next level organizations, there's this recognition that each person's purpose isn't just a nice to have. It's kind of central to the whole organization's growth and health. And so individuals are encouraged to connect with their personal why and find ways to bring that into their work. So this allows both person and organization to thrive. So what do we mean by personal purpose? So at its core, personal purpose is that, your own unique reason for being, the things that give life, your life meaning, direction, fulfillment. For some, this is about creativity or innovation. For others, it might be about service, connection, or making a difference in the community in some way. When people have the space to bring these personal values to work, they feel more fulfilled and connected. And so this is what really directly benefits the organization, is when you can pull that into your organization and align it with what you're doing.
In fact, there's a growing body of research, Stephen, that shows how employees who feel connected to a purpose, whether it's personal or organizational, they tend to be more engaged and even more productive. A study by LinkedIn found that employees who feel a sense of purpose at work are 30% more likely to perform better and 50% more likely to stay at a company long term. So purpose can be a very powerful motivator for aligning personal and organizational values and purpose. When you align these things, you can drive both individual and business success, because there's this idea of like attracts like, and you want to stay in a place that resonates with who you are, at the core of who you are. So not surprised at these statistics at all.
Yeah, so those are some pretty powerful statistics. So how can leaders and organizations create this kind of environment where personal purpose aligns with company purpose? Here's a few practices that can help with this. So first, you want to encourage reflection on personal purpose. We've just done that in our organization, I don't know, several months ago, where it was a good exercise for everyone. But organizations, you can create these structured sort of opportunities for employees to explore their own purpose. And that can be workshops, can be mentorship programs, or reflection exercises that we kind of did that can kind of help you and help your employees identify what drives them and figure out kind of how that relates to your company's purpose.
And, speaking of having just done this ourselves, the one thing that emerged out of that was how the employees were able to get to know each other at a much deeper level because it was a very transparent exercise where everyone shared their personal purpose. And it was very deep and meaningful. And we've had very emotional meetings around this. It really created intimacy. So yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated, by the way. Great ideas are always simple. Just a simple practice like journaling prompts or purpose-driven one-on-one conversation, a team building exercise centered on personal values. These things can help people tap into what matters most to them. And it's surprising. Some people struggled initially to understand and define their purpose because it's not a question that would often come up in business unless you're working with a coach or someone. So, drawing it out was a gift to a lot of folks who realized, wow, I actually really, this is what I stand for. So when employees feel seen and understood this way, they automatically engage deeper and are able to contribute to the company's purpose. And ultimately that has an impact on the bottom line. We don't talk about that a lot, but all this does impact the bottom line, and there's statistics that support that as well.
There's crazy statistics on some of this. Like I said, we'll do a bigger show sometime. But so another practice that you can do is kind of create purpose-driven roles within your company. So leaders can work with employees to kind of shape these roles that align with both the company's goals and the individual's passions and strengths. When people feel like they're able to make a unique contribution that reflects their personal purpose, it fuels motivation and innovation. I think one of the things we're finding, Tulio, with our self-managed teams is that when you give people a little bit of freedom, they start to gravitate, obviously, toward the activities they love, right? Within that framework. And so they may end up doing something that others don't find as enjoyable. And they're like, oh no, this is an opportunity. I love doing this. Give me all this work. And someone else might be like, here, take it. I want to do all this other stuff. And then you start seeing people kind of align what they're passionate about in their job. And you're going to tell me that this isn't going to have greater impact on, your bottom line is when people are actually, doing what they love every day. Tulio, what other practices are there that can help?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to add, if you're not motivated by creating an environment where people feel really happy about what they do and they focus on what they love doing, then be motivated by the idea that you as an executive could get your life back. Because this also gives life back to a lot of executives who end up doing things they have to do. And often it takes them away from the things they love doing. So when you create this environment, you end up doing more of what you love to do. So just a little plug here for the executives who might be like, yeah, we'll do what we have to do. You get your life back too. So it's important to emphasize purpose in decision making too. So inviting employees to connect to their tasks and connect their tasks to the bigger picture of the company stands for. That's really important. Helping them see how their work contributes to the organization's purpose, gives them a deeper sense of connection and ownership. And in next level organization, it's common for employees to be asked, how does this decision align with our purpose? And how does this fulfill your personal purpose? This creates a very strong foundation of shared values. I'll often encourage leaders to connect with each individual on their team about what is their long-term purpose for themselves, right? And then how are they contributing to fulfilling that purpose with what they're working on in the organization? What skill sets do they need to develop to help contribute to their own purpose, long-term purpose as well? And then those leaders can work with them to bridge those gaps. Now you have a very personally connected alignment with your personal purpose as an employee, but also the company's purpose. It just makes things a lot more meaningful. And these practices are very transformative, but they require intention. So it just doesn't happen automatically. You have to design it. It takes cultivation. It requires a commitment. But the good news is that it doesn't take a long time. Usually it's a couple of quarters by the time you see a significant transformation. Then it accelerates as you keep doing it. So you got to be intentional. You've got to keep investing in it. You have to continue to purposely align those purposes to make sure that there's resilience that gets built and loyalty. And this all fosters a very intimate culture of mutual support. This is where the magic happens. This is, when you align people's personal purposes with the organization's purpose. It shows respect for what matters to them, and they get celebrated for standing for something for themselves, and it connects them to something worth celebrating in terms of their contribution to the overall larger purpose of the organization. It's a win-win for everyone, truly. It's the only way to accomplish it.
Yeah, it's a win-win, and right now it's not as common as it will be. 5, 10, 15 years, I don't know when it's going to be like the majority of businesses are just, this is how they function. So right now it's like a competitive advantage for you if you can build this in early. So that's it for today's episode on our Scaling with Purpose series. We hope you found some practical ideas to connect personal purpose to your organization's purpose. I know we've just touched on it. It's only been 11 minutes here, and we will do a deeper show on this for sure. But don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast, and we will see you on the next Bliss Business Podcast.